Good morning, afternoon, and evening, Supercoach Elites. Welcome back to another Supercoach Elites podcast, proudly sponsored by the Patreons at patreon.com/SC Elites and our mates at supercoachchampion.com. My name's Corey, and as always, alongside me is the Bonfz Express.
True. That's right, Corey. The Bonfz Express is back. And week 2, 3, finals, whatever it is, prelim final week is what we find us in now. Well, if you can call that a week. I mean, it's fucking tomorrow at like 7 o'clock or something, I imagine. Corey, before we have a quick chat about that, where can listeners hit us up on social media?
Find us on Twitter and Patreon at SC Elites. Find us on iTunes, Facebook, SoundCloud, and YouTube at Supercoach Elites. Fuck, Bonfz, I'm just lost. I got the win, which is good. We'll start there. I dropped to 2084. What did you score?
I got to 2140 this week, so that was a nice little score.
Yeah, probably only got the win because my opponent decided to captain Riley O'Brien instead of Lockie Neal, which was handy, and I was taking Gawn. So take it where it comes, I think. But, man, the Brisbane game's just finished. I got no fucking idea where we're at, how we're even going to do this. We've got less than a day before the next game. Who's playing tomorrow? St Kilda and West Coast?
Yep.
I can tell you what, it's probably a good time to be a Patreon. Because we can sit here and fucking give you a little bit of insight, but we're not going to have much. Supercoach is going to be open. I mean, last week, what did it take? 3.5 hours for them to open the game. So not sitting around waiting to do that this week. And yeah, it'll be a good time to be a Patreon member tomorrow. So if you need some help, hit us up, and we'll be there for you. But good week for you, Bonfz.
Yeah, 2140 seemed to be pretty good, and I captained Lockie Neal, so that was probably a big part of that. And I've had a good pick actually. I've had Jack Crisp in the last 3 weeks, and he's gone bang bang bang. So he's sort of kept my team half relevant, even though, as the people would know, Corey, I'm not venturing into a final series here.
Yeah,
so
the bye this week, Bonfz.
we're just trying to. Well, I'm just trying to climb as many ranks as I can now to the back
I think
end.
Crisp had the bye this week, so I don't think he went bang bang bang.
Well, that's a fair point, Corey. I've had him for 2 weeks then, Corey, and he's at 125 and 134. So maybe people might even look at him because he's still sub 500k for the last couple of games. He got Gold Coast and Port Adelaide here to finish off.
Yeah, I don't want to toot my own horn, and we will have a bit of a brief discussion about this, but I did tell you before off air that we had SCE Cup Ned, who's running the competition.
Yep.
He shot me a message. Actually, this is a great time. Let's see how much he lost by, because if he only lost in a close game, he won. Spewing. I wish he lost in a close game. Would have been heaps better. He messaged me the other day asking who to bring in for his final midfield upgrade, and he had the money, so I told him to go get Sam Walsh. And he didn't listen. He picked Parker instead. But
yeah, hey, you know what? While we speak about Walsh for a little bit, Corey, since round 6 onwards, he's gone 92, 115, 140, 52, 114, 123, 98, 113, 132, and then what did he score on the weekend? 158 or so.
156 or something like that. Yeah,
156.
You own him in draft league. I own him in a draft league. So in keeper league.
Yeah. I mean, he was my first pick overall in a start-up keeper league. So I didn't pick all sorts of names, Corey, and he was the number one selected player.
Not going to lie, there was a stage with Bretta that I almost considered accepting. Bretta come up with a monster trade at the start of the year. Can't even remember the names in there, but he offered 4 for 1 for Walsh, even after a couple of crappy leagues. And crossed my mind for 2 seconds, and then I had a look at it. I'm like, nah, you got to keep Sam Walsh.
Can't do it. Fair income, Corey. He's a sniff to start in my team next year.
Yeah, definitely.
Honestly, he's a sniff because Cripps is fucking no good. Look, there's a couple of other sort of half decent players floating around, Corey. I don't know if you saw on the weekend, but there's this man here, Corey.
Don't flex.
They call him Corey. Control! Oh, there he is, mate. Fucking give him a tense, mate. He's fucking all about it.
You know the best part about when he tense? The blood nose that followed.
yes. I actually turned to the misso and said, okay, has he just fucking screamed that hard that his nose has started bleeding?
Yeah,
fair income. It was either that or it was just a shade coming off his fucking bright red scalp, Corey. But either way, fuck me, that was. I'll tell you now.
Are you now a fan of him, Bonfz?
Oh shit! What have I
Oh,
done
the
here, Corey? I've
cannoli
just got the fucking cartouches out, Corey, mate. Just got a bit of a sweet tooth there. I'll tell you now, if Brunetti's, that's a pic of the Brunetti's cartouche. If they want to sponsor us, anyone down from the local Brunetti's, we're always looking for a few pastries.
The Brunetti effect, I reckon that might run into some kind of heading.
Yeah.
Well,
They got the carbonara effect. Isn't that a magician that's floating around on Facebook, whatever it is? But I can't remember what I was saying now, Corey.
Something about Cottrell or Walsh. I've just lost you.
I don't fucking know, Corey. But no, look, I'll tell you now.
Brunetti's just took over.
Cottrell's fucking, he stitched me
That's
up.
That's what I said. Are you a fan of him now?
Well, how can I not be, Corey? And I can't tell you the amount of things I've cursed towards this fella. Not only in the game on the weekend, because 2 minutes before that, I'm sure the people would have seen he dropped the chest mark inside the forward 50. But you have to like. How can you not like him now? I mean, some of the footage is coming. I mean, all this stuff. This guy here, he's on TikTok with his shuffling and all this sort of stuff. It's been just some fucking hilarious shit in the last 24 hours.
You're technically a mathematical chance to make the 8 now because of GWS and Melbourne.
Yeah. So it was. I can get it out for you if the Carlton fans are sort of half interested. But I believe it's something like Essendon have to beat Melbourne. Melbourne have to beat GWS. Bulldogs have to lose one game. Carlton have to win both of theirs. Or it's something like that in the last 2 weeks. It's not going to happen, Corey, because we'll probably get rolled by Adelaide this week. But
and Essendon go win-win. Can they make the 8? Oh, I hope so.
Well, they got Port Adelaide this week, so I don't think that's going to happen. How'd you find that fucking game? Jesus Christ. Speak about fucking potatoes. We spoke a little about Cottrell. How was the Essendon Football Club on the weekend?
What game was that? Was that the Geelong game?
Yeah, Geelong.
Mate, they're all just scrambling into one another. Put out a tweet. Not even I could say Essendon on the weekend. There,
as a member, I mean, do you feel like you should voice your concerns about what's happening at the club?
I just feel like there's enough out there doing it for me. They're doing it tough. I tell you what was a good thing on the weekend, Bonfz. One of the members who I sent out the membership package to sent me a couple of photos of his little daughter on the couch with her Essendon scarf and her Essendon footy, and it made me happy again that it went to a little kid and didn't go to some fucking absolute nuffy out there. So that was handy. So that was a feel good moment, and then the poor little doll had to sit down and watch that game. So.
Imagine that being the first game she's had with her Essendon thing. And I have to say, it was quite a dubious tweet actually came out over the weekend from Admin Scores Pete. Don't know if people out there, they follow us on Twitter, Corey. But he reckons the first quarter, and quote unquote, one of the best quarters I've seen Essendon play this year. Keep going, Bombers. Admin Scores Pete. So, and he's a Bombers fan. So maybe he thought they were playing above their potential. Maybe they should have.
I might have think they were a little bit competitive there.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he thought they should have lost the first quarter by 12 goals and not 8. So that's just a little insight into, I guess, some of the work that the Essendon fans are putting out, Corey.
Someone did message me as well and said, sorry, I'm just checking the Supercoach Cup final. I've already got the W. Someone did message me and point the blame that since I signed up to become a member was the downfall of Essendon. They've been shocking ever since.
So you are the voodoo. That's what you're telling us.
I'm so proud of that. Couldn't be happier. Fuck, who do they play on the run home?
They got Port this week.
Wow.
They got Port this week. And remember, I told you their fixture a few weeks back. I told you they're running into West Coast, Geelong, Port, and then they got Melbourne, obviously, as the last game, catch-up game. And Melbourne, well, I mean, who knows what sort of Melbourne's going to show up there, but
pretty sad about Mozzie too. That was pretty shit to see.
Well, that flog should have been my my bench cover in the forward. I picked him because he was going to get picked every game, and then he fucking wants to do an ACL. So fuck you.
I did feel a little bit bad for Tippa. I was driving home the other day and listening to the radio. Have you heard this?
About how he tweeted out, "I'm sorry" to the fans, and he doesn't have to do that shit. Fair.
Copped a whole bunch of abuse and felt the need to apologise. It's just like, so who's inboxing him after a game of footy where they've just gone down by like 100 points and telling him his shit needs to do more? Blokes out in the field just been absolutely flogged. Like,
You reckon it was admin scores, Pete?
oh mate, I don't understand. Like, this is how dumb fucking Essendon members are. Like, they're inboxing their own football players. Like, it's not even like one of those nuffies that lose a fucking same game multi by, Berry doing his shoulder in the second corner. It's like
After 5 in the first.
yeah, they're devastating.
Oh, mate,
These
shocking.
players, oh man, like, and what do you want them to do? Like, everyone having a crack at them for having a bit of a laugh. They're fucking down by 58 points, and they're shit, and they know it, and they're versing the best team in the comp. What, you want to fucking walk around and look like they're depressed?
Yeah, no,
Shit,
to be
deal with
fair,
it.
the halftime stuff I was not a fan of. I couldn't give a fuck about the Tipper thing. I mean, that stuff happens a million times during the season, but the halftime stuff for me, Corey, that's not on.
Yeah, season's done. They know their shit. Like, fucking,
No
they're
need
just
to
trying to
laugh
live their
about
best life. They're trying to be a little bit positive.
Get rid of some of this negativity. You
They
reckon,
probably
Corey?
they'll probably just sitting there looking at each other, and like the comment was probably like, "Fuck, you're shit, I'm shit, we're all shit," and then they're probably just like, "Haha, yeah, we're shit." Like,
It's just like, yeah, you know what? We got some common ground here.
yeah. And the camera just panned to them at the absolute worst
Yeah.
time. But I'll stop Essendon bashing. I feel bad for
Yeah.
you. I actually do.
Do you?
Yeah, they're shit, and I think it's finally just like sinking into a couple of them, like the fans. I think they're starting to realise that they're actually a bad team, and that the start of the year was a real, it was an outlier, as I say, Bonfz. It wasn't great for them, and it's seeping in. Now, for those Essendon fans that have decided to stick through this and listen to me absolutely whack you, I apologise. I don't apologise, but kudos to you for sticking through it. I know Daz will be a big fan of this.
I've got one question for you, Corey.
Yeah.
Do they rebuild, or do they continue just to fucking top up?
Nah, they're too stubborn to rebuild. They think they're there. They're North Melbourne of like the last 3 years. They think they're there. They're not.
Because I've got hot off the press, Corey. There's a few family members that you may be acquainted with, and let's just say the father of said family members, and has, gone totally against a rebuild, where maybe one of his curly-headed sons, Corey, has suggested a rebuild, and apparently that house got really toxic for 3 hours. Yeah, no one was talking to each other. Bomber Pete versus Stevie O's Rage, because Stevie O's Rage said, he just looked Bomber in the eye and he said, "Look, Bomber, I think we've got to rebuild." And there was so much hostility in that household that there were fucking police reports filed.
They could have cashed in too on Big Joey. They fucking might as well send Dylan Shield back to GWS for a fucking 9th round pick. Like, just start again, boys. Start again.
Shit.
Okay, this is how shit they are, Bonfz. They are that shit that they had one of their imports decide to go back to Ireland because he couldn't deal with playing out the rest of this season.
Yeah. He could have left before fucking COVID struck, but he's like, actually, you know what? I'll stick around for a bit. Now he's seen the fucking the end of the rainbow, hasn't he?
What a year he's put in. Comes back from Ireland, puts the AFL through a COVID scare, doesn't have COVID, plays
early,
plays more games, goes and plays as a forward.
Tries to kick it to himself. Remember that incident, him running into the forward 50 this year, where he tries to do that little talkback, does that,
and then
doesn't apologise to the fans, Tipper style.
And they lose by 90 points, and he's just like, "No, fuck it, I'm going home. I'm done." No wonder the club's laughing out on the field.
And Adam Saad doesn't even want to stay there. Oh my God, legit. And whatever donkey club tries to get him from Essendon, well, fuck me, they're as bad as their current setup, fair dinkum. So anyway, this is a Supercoach podcast,
but
it is a Supercoach podcast. But we had to acknowledge Cottrell and fucking
as a cult, man, it must feel good to finally just be on the up and just surpassing them as well.
Well, it's not, and I've found myself getting increasingly agitated when watching football, because for the first time in maybe a decade, Corey, no, seriously, I'm starting to have expectations on my team
as well.
Well, that's right. I'm starting to have expectations on my team, and then when they dish up shit Well, you used to just last 5 years. Yeah, fucking whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
it's
right.
Carlton. Fucking we're
They're
used
on
to
the
it.
fucking. They got to go through this. No worries, no worries. But now when you've got expectations, it's a whole different fucking ball game. I've never been angrier than honestly I can remember watching this club play football.
Imagine being a Hawthorn supporter. That must be fucking.
Yeah, but you'd just be riding the highs.
Yeah.
How could you be disappointed being a Hawthorn supporter?
Exactly. Nah, fair enough. What do you do this week? Yeah, you're still in league contention. So you just pull out all the stops to get the dub.
Yeah, well, you have
You only
to.
got 2 trades. You just use both.
Is it prelim? Did I get that right before? Did I fuck
Yeah,
that up?
prelim. Oh, is it
Prelim
confused?
this
What
week.
is it? It goes elimination, semi, prelim, grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
so
that
the
right?
order of COVID's just throwing me off. Essendon's throwing me
so.
off. Fucking
Yeah.
McKenna's
So-
throwing me off. It's all fucked.
Yeah, so there's prelim this week. So of course,
You should
you gotta
download the
pull out all this.
podcast and listen to it on the flight back home. It's probably run the same time.
Who, McKenna?
Yeah.
Well, you might need to take a U-turn mid-air as well. I would have
Yes.
thought, just to get through it. Or maybe you can catch up with our mate Frogger down in fucking whatever country he seems to be in these days, Corey.
It just changes every by month.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, so obviously, man, you do what you can to get the best side possible out in the park this week, and yeah, you kind of have to do what it takes if we're going to stick to that Essendon theme, Corey, and yeah, just do what you can, because do or die. There's no point in holding a trade, just to get to the grand final so you can maybe use it next week. Well, get yourself there, and whatever fucking luck comes with you comes with you.
What do you reckon hurts more? Being an Essendon supporter or being a Melbourne supporter?
Melbourne. And you know why?
Is it because they were there? It was in their own hands?
They were there at the prelim at some point. Like Essendon, to an extent, actually had a relatively good list build. Then the drug saga hit, and that just totally fucked them. That
Yeah.
2-3 years that wiped them out. That was really when they should have fucking elevated and really sort of challenged. But that just totally fucking derailed them. Being a Melbourne supporter, though, you haven't got that excuse. What is your excuse? Seriously. Maybe they're just not that good.
Fuck, how did Tracker outscore Gorn on the week?
He's shit. Fair dinkum. He can't use the ball. He actually cannot use the ball.
Does had a bit to say about that too. He
Did
wasn't happy that Tracker scored 140.
Well, first time long time. It's the first time for everything, Corey. I might actually agree with Daz on this one because he can't use the ball. He's actually shit. No, seriously.
I reckon he might struggle in it next season.
He's fucking shocking. He's going to be shit next year.
Hey, hear the news about the positional changes?
No, I didn't. What are we struck with here? 5 forward line.
So we're looking at 5 forward.
Yeah, not surprised.
Steele, side bottom.
As a forward?
Yep.
Yeah, fantastic.
Rowan Marshall.
Back to a forward?
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense.
And Josh Dunkley.
As a ruck.
No, it's a forward.
What?
I know.
Where's he coming off fucking getting in the forward line?
Whitfield, defender only.
Yeah, makes sense.
And obviously, all the Bailey Smith and Petrarca will lose their...
Yeah, they'll lose all that sort of stuff. Yeah. But, I mean, that's just log after log after log. And Martin will retain forward status? Is that what we're doing?
I don't know yet. I think he's a chance to... He's touch and go, I think.
You know what? Supercoach is fucking shit when you do this. Because our forward line already, it's just Dunkley, Martin, Fife, Steele side bottom.
Actually, from memory, I think Martin's done. Martin might actually be done.
Well, thank fuck. Hopefully they do that. Otherwise, it just gets too fucking boring, does it not?
Again, this was an off-air conversation, not with you, but with a couple of others. Patreon benefit. I'll tell you what the Patreons talk about all day. You're going to have inflated mids, and this will be the topic of conversation next year. We'll have really inflated mids because of all the scores this year. You might have to start a little bit light on your midfield and go down back on, I think.
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
No one's inflated because the same amount of points are allocated every single week, Corey.
Yeah, but the scaling's been harder for midfielders this year, definitely.
That's okay. But you know what?
Higher averages. Check the midfield. We never had this many averages over fucking 115 in ages.
How many averaging over 115?
Fucking 15?
6, 7? No way, bro.
I think it's more than that.
Who's averaging over 115? Maybe McRae, Bont, Neal, Titch. Who else? Steele. Taylor Adams.
You're reeling them off pretty quickly. Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
Probably Sam Walsh now.
115.
Yeah, bro. He's popping 150s for fun.
Nah, bro, he's not averaging 100.
Well, look, and Gawn's at 141. Lockie Neal's at 140. Clayton Oliver, Jack McRae, Lloyd's a defender. Brody Grundy, Jack Steele, Jeremy Howe.
Yeah, but you were talking midfielders, though. You weren't talking the other
Tom
positions.
Mitchell,
But
Zach Merritt, Christian Pataka. Oh, and a couple of them were under 114. Maybe it was 110 we're saying today, but still. It's just fucked. Like, what do you price that with a 141 average?
yeah, I don't know. You'd have to go back to Gary Ablett circa fucking 2010, whatever it was.
Jake Lloyd is averaging 137. Is he going to be the most expensive defender ever?
Quite possibly.
Fuck, that guy's good.
Yeah.
And can't wait to not pick him again and just be totally upset.
I mean,
can you just bread me in the preseason and just make sure I pick him?
I don't know if I can, though, because I probably won't be fucking all about it.
I fucking hate it. Yeah, so trade at all costs. Fuck, we are going off topic here.
That's okay. Trade at all costs. Look, I think there's some, maybe some Doherty news we wanted to cover. So
which is next?
Yeah, he's going to be worth around about that 500. Now, the guy rolled off right off the top, Jack Crisp, Corey, who in his last three, let me bring it up, but he's gone very good in his last three.
Fresh off the fly as well.
96, 125, 134. I mean, I don't believe this. Oh, fucking fresh off the bye. They fucking only played 6 days ago.
That's what I mean. So he's not playing like a 3-day gap. He's going like 7-7-7.
Don't worry about it. He's one. He's the one for me. You're looking to switch. Doherty if he's out. You got the trades. Obviously, there's Tom Stewart there.
Luke McDonald.
Luke McDonald. Yeah.
You need about 100K. I prefer Luke McDonald.
Yeah, I mean, if you got the 100K, yep, then sure. But let's assume that people they're a little bit light on cash. I reckon Jack Crisp, and the other one. Now, I don't know how much you're going to have a go at me, but you have a look at this guy's last. I don't know. What's he put together now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. Adam Chera, Corey.
Adam Chera. I love Adam Chera.
Yep. And so, look, since round 8, he's had 1, 2, 3, and he's put a fourth ton up on the weekend. He's had 4 scores that would be 113 or more, and 4 scores below 100. And 3 of those scores have been 83, 89, and 97. So
you want to know another weird shout that I'm going to throw at you? Liam Duggan, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was waiting for that one because that one's been a popular one in the draft kind of chat and all that.
Yeah.
And
he'll play midfield.
Yep. And look, he's been very good. So the Patreons would be well aware of Liam Duggan, particularly if they pay attention to who's the fellow that does our write-ups for draft? Setterfield, is that his actual name? Who knows?
Yeah, no, I don't actually think that is I don't even think he has anything to do with Setters. I think when he joined, it's Luke, and I don't know his last name, but when he joined, I think someone just gave him the nickname Setters.
Would have been Dizza.
I think it was, but and it's just stuck.
He's had 5 out of 6 scores, 100 plus, and obviously the one that wasn't 100 plus was 51, which is obviously shit. But 5 out of 6 have been 100 plus, and you'll find him. Look, before this weekend he was 427. You'll probably find him for 460-ish. So again, around that sort of Jack Crisp, around that Chera, around that Doherty kind of price.
It's looking good, like a lot better too, since a lot of those players, side bottom and does Treloar coming back worry you?
For Crisp, nah,
okay,
stupid.
Cool. I was just getting a lot more time up the ground as well.
Yeah, well, he's going to get 30 touches that aren't going to go anywhere, Treloar, so.
That'll come back to Crisp.
They'll come back to Crisp. So it probably benefits him. Hey, I noticed as well you had a bit of a bitch to me about Josh Kennedy this weekend. Just about his score. He scored 82.
Yeah, but did you see he score at 3/4 time?
What was it?
30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, he had a 50. Sense, I text you at 3/4 time. He had a 50 last quarter. He had a 50-point last quarter.
Did he even do anything in the last quarter?
No, well, that's what we couldn't believe. His numbers, I think he had 5 touches or something. I think he had a couple of tackles, but his numbers were flying up. It was one stage he got like a handball. It was like 18 points.
I was going to say they can't even be score assists because did Sydney even score in the last quarter?
I don't think so. It was so weird, like so weird.
Well, that's good. I mean, maybe they just gave him points for everything he did in the first few quarters. So, I mean, you paid 400K. I mean, if he's going to pull out an 80, one game out of every 3, whatever.
Hey, he's still one of those names that I like. That if you've got a finished team and you want to get an M9 in, I think it's a great thing to do. And that's the other thing. You got a finished team this week. And you got some trades. I mean, look, you can hold and hope to get into a grand final. We're going back to full 22. I don't mind if you use your last 2 trades to get a loot player. You know, whether it's up forward, down back, you don't trust someone.
Yep.
Take a risk.
Yep. No, I'd like that.
Yeah. So we're going to be in a consensus. What's the word? Consensus.
Consensus. Yeah.
That with Dockers, if you can somehow go to Lloyd, you go to Lloyd.
Yep.
Is the next best? Is it Ryan or McDonald?
There's something about McDonald's game on the weekend, Corey, that I wasn't particularly fond of. What do you score?
90 something.
Okay, not brilliant.
He started slow again.
But you know what? You look at that and you look at the sample size, and we've got a big sample size because we've got 8 weeks of data behind us. He's had 3 scores below 100, and all 3 have been in the 90s. And every score he's had above 100 has been 119 or more.
It's so good.
It sounds stupid to even contemplate this when you say that out loud, doesn't it? So it has to be McDonald on the basis of that form line.
Watch me get sucked into starting Luke McDonald next year.
That'll be funny.
You know, I'm such a big, like at the preseason, I can already hear myself. It's going to be like, look, we need to have a look at it in sectional splits, have a look what they've done when they decided they were rebuilding. Do you know what was the worry on the other day now that you bring it up? McMillan. Oh, was it McMillan? No, not McMillan. Is it Pollock? Pollock. Since Pollock come back in the side. Pollock's taken a couple of kick-ins. They're giving Pollock coming back behind the ball, and he's taking a lot of what Luke McDonald was.
He had multiple kick-ins where he didn't step outside the square either, which I thought was interesting.
What a Dero.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't play Supercoach.
So hopefully a few people had a word to him, because I imagine his inbox was flooded, Corey, with you fucking cost me a same game multi. So he might be stepping out next week, should he get the opportunity.
Look, just while we're at it, am I allowed to inbox Jared Berry about doing a shoulder? Is that?
I would say you're allowed to inbox him if you've got some positive things to say, Corey. Wish you well in your recovery. Maybe next time you get onto the park, do you want to not break your shoulder? Because I'm a big fan of your work.
So just put it in a positive outlook.
Yeah, because I'm a big fan of your work. I wouldn't say because you cost me, a fucking $1.50 fucking leg on me multi. Just say I'm a big fan of your work. If you don't mind not getting injured, I'm a big fan, man.
Actually, I hated seeing that. That the old lady, the Miss O's, she's a big Brisbane man, and
fan or man?
A man, yeah, she's a big Brisbane man.
Okay, cool.
Who's also a fan. And it's so obviously I sit down and watch all the Brisbane games with her. It's a part of the allocated hour that she gets with me every week.
Game does go for 2 though.
Yeah, so well, I only give her an hour because during the breaks I just go elsewhere. Jared Berry's legit my favourite Brisbane player. So
he's an animal to watch.
Hated seeing that. And I hope he's all right because wouldn't mind watching Brisbane go all right in the finals this year.
No, fuck him. I'm all about the Putty Cats this year, Corey.
No, they've had their time, mate.
Yeah, but I've got $50 on them at 9-1. So
if they lose, I think you're allowed to inbox them as long as
can I inbox fucking Brad Scott or Chris Scott, whoever the fuck coaches them?
The president goes straight to the board.
Oh man, well, that'll be interesting.
You still got a trade?
Do I have a trade? No, I used my last 3 trades this week. Remember what I did? I sideways trade Will Day because I didn't have any money left after getting JPK.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, this is actually a good trade.
And it wasn't the worst thing that I did. Can you bring up his score as I just rattle off his last couple? Yeah. So before bringing him in, his last 3 games were 76, 80, and 82. And I thought, okay, who's around Will Day's price? That 330 sort of K mark that, I'm comfortable. He's going to play every game. He's not going to give me the 40 or 50 that Will Day might. He's got potential maybe to score 100, but he's just going to
first ton of the year, I think. Is that correct?
Did he score a ton?
Yeah.
Oh, what was his score?
103.
Oh, that's fantastic. What a trade that's worked out to be. So 76, 80, 82, and then 103.
First of the year.
Yeah, can confirm first of the year. Kate Simpson.
Winding back the clock, mate. Winding back the clock.
People there will fucking read this and be listening about what the fuck is this guy thinking? But, I mean, I had no money in the bank. It was my last trade of the year, and I wanted to get rid of Will Day. Like, what else was I going to do, really?
Yeah.
So I thought, fuck it. It's not like I'm in any final series. I thought one last hurrah, I'll send him off with a what seems to be the absolute last time he'll be in anyone's Supercoach team, I reckon.
And I went Nick Nat Riccardi and Wicks to Kennedy, Gawn, and Hutchinson, and used all three of my trades. They're now got to deal with Witherden not getting selected again, and fucking Doherty doing an injury.
If you didn't get Gawn, would you have won?
Nope.
So do you want to thank me for that?
I didn't do it just because of you.
But I was in your head for 2 weeks.
No, you were. I will not lie about this. You were one of three people I ran it by.
Oh, 3. Well, Corey, fair. If you're going to run it by another 2 and not just take me at my word, then I don't want to be run. I don't want anything run by me.
I was actually talking to the other 2 at the time. So
who were they?
Dizza.
Yeah.
And Supercoach scores Ned just because I was having a chat with him a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, did come in, got the win. And that is the only reason I got the win. So thank you, Bonfz.
No,
I reckon you did. You must have put it at the back of my head because you were fucking chirping it for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I told you.
The team does feel naked without Nick Nat. It feels like the size is halved.
Is halved without Nick Nat? What do you mean by that? Oh, gotcha. Eggplant emoji. Well, you fucking Supercoach is open, Corey.
No chance.
I promise you it is.
They must have got a fucking ass rooming after last week.
I don't know what that means for the podcast, if anything at all. But we might be able to.
We've spoken Supercoach once.
We might be able to answer a few questions.
I don't think we've got questions. Oh yes, do we?
I was for the week. I was ranked 4,800. That was all right. I won 4 out of 4 league wins, which I imagine are all Divi 2 finals, and I'm 13,500 on the overall rank now.
13,500.
Yeah. So my total score's 33,213 on the year. I reckon I might have you covered.
I think you do. I've had a woeful last couple of weeks.
I've been all right, actually.
33,213. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm at 33,150.
And you always got me covered on the overall.
Well, and it's funny too because I normally fly home as well. This year it's just been polar opposite. I've been fucking caca.
Yeah. Been a bad year.
Yeah, it's funny too because it's like we're still top 15,000. I mean, I don't really like that. I like to be top 1,000, but it's like it's not that bad. Like in a weird year, but I'm just so disappointed.
Yeah, it's been flat. Can you confirm who won Cup games? Who's in?
Wow, hang on a second. I will confirm that because I will message Cup Ned.
Now, on a side note, Corey, in our keeper draft league, I'm actually coming up in the prelim final here against password is Taco, which is Seji. And do you know what happened in last year's final series?
Yeah, isn't this the one that you gave me the monster trade, and then
you fucking knocked him off, and he
didn't lose for ages.
And you knocked him off, and so I reckon he's coming for me this week.
And I'm pretty sure didn't I give you someone that beat him earlier in this year as well?
Yeah, Norton. He cracked
that's right.
He cracked like a 140 against him.
He kicked 7 or whatever he kicked. Yeah.
It was fucking very dubious, that trade, wasn't it?
That was so good.
I reckon he's coming for me. And sorry to anyone that owns Doherty, because fair dinkum, that might be the reason why Doherty's injured, because I reckon my team just needed to cop an injury or two just to make up for maybe some of the unjust activities that went on last year.
Very good. For those who had the bye this week and may have held Nick Nat, is it Nick Nat to gone?
Is Nick Nat back? Do we have teams for tomorrow?
Yeah, Nick Nat is back.
Fuck.
Nick Nat to gone, Goldie to gone, Grundy to gone. I'm going to ask those 3 questions separately. So you just want to.
I'm not trading Nick Nat to gone. If you've got do you have a full team? That's what it's dependent on. If your team's full and you got 1 trade in the bank, and you can make that. You know what? Fuck it. Even if you got a couple of trades, yes, I'd do it actually, because you'd need to win this week. You'd be stiff as dog shit to dog shit's not that stiff, Corey, unless it's been sitting there for 8 weeks. But you'd be as stiff as Nick Nat, Corey, with your symbol here. For to bring in Gawn and Gawn to unfortunately cop an injury. The West Coast got St Kilda. Don't forget 2 ruck kind of set up as well. Ryder's a very good leap too, so it's not a great matchup for Nick Nat. I would have thought as well.
And Gawn, like I was stunned that Gawn scored so high. Like I thought he was great, but it's that like climb of points he gets.
Gawn has got the fucking sausage man Mumford.
Oh wow! No. Mummy didn't play.
Well,
They played Jacobs.
Yeah, because Mummy was rested. Mummy will come back. Don't worry about that. Jacobs is not fucking playing.
Jacobs is
maybe
actually good.
Yeah, they might be stupid to drop Mumford. Who knows? But whatever the case is, I mean, Gawn's an auto fucking C option though. You know, you could run, Gawn into Neil next week hypothetically.
Yeah, which is what I think you should do in every league.
Yeah. I don't know. Gawn's such a huge point of difference. If your opponent has Gawn, you'd want to cancel that out. And if he doesn't have Gawn, you want to get Gawn as a unique. Just don't see how it's a disadvantage.
Look, I won this week. Like I said, I won this week purely because of Gawn.
Yeah. It's worth it.
You don't get one Gawn.
You get two.
Very good. Very good.
Gawn's not 700,000. He's 350 because you get two Gawns.
Very, very good. I'm still waiting for an update. I think it's coming through just shortly. I think he's doing the wrap. Yeah, it's finished. So we'll give it in about 44 seconds.
Yep, that'll be handy.
Brett, I do know Brett has scored 2020 this week. Whether or not that's going to be enough to get him over the line.
Who was Bretta against? Was he against Daz, or was he playing for a spot against Daz?
No, he was playing for a spot against Daz. And Daz has been sweating balls all week.
Why?
All right, the write-up's coming into Discord right now. So as it comes through, I'll read it on the screen.
I'm gonna read it out.
Yeah, that's a dangerous thing to do, but
no, to be fair, he's probably one of our more politically correct members when it comes to writing things. I would have thought.
Look, might be a good time to plug the FPL. League that we got coming up. So we do have a free league if you want to join the free league, but that's fucking boring. Who wants to do that? If you play an FPL for free, there's no way you're getting through a whole season. I highly doubt it anyway.
And that code is BJK6HX.
There you go. Do you want to go again?
BJK6HX. That's the free league.
Now, we do have the Patreon league. Well, it's not a Patreon league. It's a league that we've been running for years, but we do have it open to Patreon exclusive only. Yep. So if you want to join, it's a $50 cash league. Prizes are normally spread out between first, second, third, fourth, top weekly score for the year. And then we have a little jackpot thing that keeps it fun all year as well going on. If you did want to join, you have to sign up to our Patreon before Saturday. First game is Saturday. Yep. So you jump in, sign up. Look.
Wait, Prem this Saturday?
Prem this Saturday.
Fuck, I've got to work on my team.
Should have told you that because we got a bet going together. That would have been so
I'm sure the serial pest would have reminded me.
Yeah, he would have been all over it. So if you're in, you jump in, sign up to a league. We had a new member sign up today just so he could enter the Premier League comp. So hit us up. We'll walk you through that. Patreon will be going free at the end of the season until pre-season next year anyway. So you literally be paying for a month of Patreon. You can jump into the Elites League and enjoy banter in the off season, which is always fun.
Yep.
Is this 3 yet or what? Still not.
Is this 3? Is it not 3? Captain, vice captain, obviously. Then Corey this week. You run Gawn into Neil as much as you can. It doesn't really matter what people say about it. Matt Crouch, Corey, I'd like to give myself a shout out on that one. He did come out with a 150 on the weekend. So well done, Bonfz, on that one. Am I ballsy enough to put a VCLC on him? Don't think I am. Do not think I am. It's going to be interesting this week. Obviously, he comes up against Carlton. So the other one as well, just I think he's been doing some underrated stuff. Doesn't get enough, and I finally gave some, Lloyd some attention last week as well. But again, I just want to give that another shout out this week. I mean, if you're not a Gawn owner, and this real stiff thing right here now is that you've got Lloyd playing the Brisbane game. So you got Sydney versus Brisbane this week. So if you're behind in your league and you're like, fuck, what's a left field fucking move I can do, to maybe get a win, then, you've got Titch against the Dogs, or you've got, Bont or McRae against the Hawks. But please don't forget about Lloyd against the Lions.
Well, I thought my opponent was going to change his captain to Lloyd last minute. He didn't do it. Would have got him the win.
Would have got him the win. He just speaks for himself, his numbers. But,
we just dropped it before. He's almost averaging 140 as a defender.
I mean, I think let me just bring him up if you haven't got the scores there, Corey. I mean, this is the sort of preparation we put
It
into
was
this.
142, 147 on the weekend.
He's
wasn't it?
averaging on the season 123. I don't know where the fuck you pulled up 140, Corey. He's averaging 123 on the
Oh, it might
season.
have been 3 round.
That's about
Sorry.
132. But again, I mean, another 114 on the weekend. But he was, that 114 was his lowest score since round 7.
Hey.
Can you believe that? His second lowest score since round 7 is 126. I mean, don't discount it.
I just love it that we go back to round 1 and you literally said this might not be the year for him.
Well, you know what? Because he used to love those 50 points at the end of quarters, didn't he? And I thought, shortened quarters, you might be cool. But everything goes through, every possible thing goes through that bastard at the moment.
Crazy.
And I talked myself out of it.
And never be angry if you're watching it in the first quarter and he's on like 10 with 2 minutes to go because he'll finish the quarter on 30.
Yeah, not a concern.
Just crazy. It's happened like the last 4 weeks. It's unbelievable how good he is.
It is.
Unbelievable. And just a shout out too, if you are watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button for us. Cyril Pestiza does want to make it down for the grand final. I think it was at 275. And then, of course, give us a like, give us a follow. If you're not, head across to YouTube, give us a subscribe. Anyway, it is in. Are we ready?
I want to hear what's going on here.
Bretto is playing Josh, one of our admins.
Okay, cool.
Yep, and that didn't go well for him. Josh, 2,117 has knocked off Bretta. Maybe one with a 2020. Oh, this hurts. Nick of Fernstees, 2089. Bonfz, you are sending him some merch at the end of the year because he's knocked out Daz.
Who's Fernstees?
Fernsteins.
Oh, not fair. How much did he beat him by?
2089 to 2047.
Oh, he's fucking creamed him in the end. Well, Corey, it's just justice. I tweeted out a justice tweet, and people might have mistakenly thought that was about, Lewis Taylor's miss at goal for Sydney, but it was really about just Fernstees knocking Daz out.
And we keep going. It gets even better for you, mate. Bradley of Studley Park Studs, long-time fan of the show, has knocked out Etchy.
Oh, fucking thank fuck for that,
2055 to 2030. And then Greg of Joel Smashers, who knocked me out, has defeated Luke of Red, White, and Rack, who scored in 1966. So the semi will be Nick versus Josh and Bradley versus Greg.
Corey, can I just confirm? Hold on. If Fernstees wins the whole thing, does he win merch?
Yes.
What merch does he win? The whole lot?
No, I think it was a pack. Yeah, I think we'll send him a merch pack. I'll have to go back and check.
Oh, we'll have a look. But all right,
I think we had prizes for the top 4. Anyway,
I can't fucking remember, Corey. But
we'll confirm next week, boys. But congratulations,
we will confirm.
I'm almost certain we did.
But I mean, if he's got everything already, I'm not going to give him a double or something, Corey.
You could send him a golf ball.
We got golf balls.
Tentatively on the way. Yeah.
All right, we're in talk. Well, Fernstees, you'll get something from me. That's fine. I'm happy to shout that. That's no worries.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, we might have a couple of questions here.
Do you reckon Daz still comes at midnight now to have a chat to you now that he's out of the cup and
season legit done now, poor Bucks? That was the only thing he was playing for.
He sent me a nice tweet on the weekend actually about Carlton's win. Actually, I was appreciative of that.
He would have been a happy doggies man after that first quarter.
Why?
Wow, they were getting absolutely hammered at fucking quarter time.
Who, Carlton?
Nah, doggies.
Were they?
Yeah, doggies were down.
3-1 or something. Wasn't called hammered.
Like it's like 25-1 or some shit. They couldn't get.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't get shit.
Cooked,
Frogger, can you put Princess Fife, Stevie the Rabbit, Jordan Ridley, Lukey, look at me. I'm so fucking mature now. I only give away 5 frees and 2 50-meter penalties a game. I'm a change man, McDonald. The Big O, Sard, and Gaff up against the wall and shoot the bastards. Okay, thanks, bye.
Well, you know what the problem is, Corey? My chamber in my gun's only got 6 bullets and he's rattled off about 28 names there.
How do you reckon I can run with that name for Luke McDonald next year on the podcast?
Well, you might need to take a few pauses in between the 3 sentences you have to get out there.
I'm surprised I got through that without my glasses on too. Dizza, as always, 40 subs short of Dizza attending the grand final pod. Now, look, I can confirm he really wants to be on. So if you are a fan of
does.
Dizza,
He
go
does.
across and sub. If you like us and you hate him and you want to be saying, just don't fucking sub. Take your Kavaka. Is Bretta allergic to chillage or just weak as piss?
Oh, well, what do you reckon? Fair dinkum. He's honestly. Have you seen the head on him, Corey?
The latter, Kavaka, the latter. Oh,
You
Daz
know-
was typing and it stopped.
As people get older, Corey, they generally get a more distinguished, elegant look about him. He's just looking fucking. He's just a fucking pile of mess. That cunt.
Sorry, Dizza, I did skip your second part of the question. Dizza wants to know Salah, Orba, or Mane.
Orba or Mane. Well, what's that little fucking Mexican phrase they have? I know you've given me three, but why don't they have both? You know that fucking commercial?
There's three of them.
Or why not have all three?
Fuck, that's your whole budget.
Nah, no, I've got a few budget options that I'm keen on, Corey. That's all right.
Okay, I don't mind Mane either to kickstart the season. That guy always does well. Dazza, look, he's come in with his. Oh fuck, we got Frogger first. As a proud and passionate Essendon member, would Corey accept the role of director of football if they approached? Yes, I would. I seriously think I'd be great for the club too. I'd change a lot of things. First thing I'd change is we'd have people on the phones in the membership department. That's for sure.
And you might actually get the coach that's coaching the teams actually attend press conferences. I mean, that's the one thing we haven't discussed, Corey, when it comes to Essendon. I mean, the fact that Rutten's the coach and they're fucking excited about him taking over. It's fucking his team as it is right now. What do you think's going to change next year?
I think it's just been a basket case of a situation.
Fuck me.
Anyway. Yeah, look, we'd have the members in the membership department. I'd probably have Tippa in the complaints department.
Just apologising to everyone.
Could handle it.
Shout. That's a good shout.
We'd be making Essendon great again, and that's the slogan I'm going in with 2021. Is make Essendon great again. We're gonna fucking do it. Dazza lost in the cup after a bit of carnage. All good things come to an end. That's the season 2020 done. In positive news, Essendon still fucking sucks. 17 years now without a final win. A good news story in 2020. Fuck off, Pomps, you flog.
Did you see the meme or the tweet, whatever it was, that was going around saying that Adelaide have won more games this September than Essendon have in the last 16?
So good. Crazy.
They haven't won a game all year, Corey. They've come out with back-to-back wins and they've won more finals.
I thought they were getting done with 70. I fucking bought in Jeremy Cameron because I thought he was going to kick 6.
You are an idiot.
He dropped at 80. I was.
Did he?
Yeah.
He was up around the wing a bit.
Yeah,
more, so
had
I suppose
heaps
he had
of
more
ball
of the
up
ball.
around. But yeah, fuck.
Donkey.
Anything else to add? I mean, I'm just hoping for the best. Surely Witherden's back in this week. 3-day break. The whole fucking team's out.
But he was omitted, not managed.
He was omitted 2 weeks ago. They hate him, and they brought in Payne in over him. But Payne was playing.
But Payne's a key post.
Yeah. I think he's fucking done.
Unless they need to rest someone, he might
as well go play for Essendon next year.
You could have 2 donuts in your back line in a prelim final this week.
Yeah. And because Adelaide keep winning, Butts isn't coming back in either. Is Matty Lingling a chance for a call-up?
It's a sad state of affairs down at Flemington RC.
Hey, cash back. That's all right.
Yeah, well, you did. You did get your cash back.
That's what I play. That's what I get on my sports bet multis for. I just aim for cash back. Cash back's a win. Anything else to add, my friend? No. Anyone in prelim finals? Good luck this week. If you're playing me, which only one person is, it's Papa Bear too, by the way. So,
he's gonna cream you.
Oh, he's gonna fucking hammer me.
He will cream you.
Oh man, if I make a grand final with that team,
that's Brett's dad. For anyone that's interested,
gonna be so.
Are we allowed to say that? I don't know if we're allowed to say.
Well, I didn't disclose names, so I think you can.
We didn't disclose a name.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Brett's a dickhead, so what difference does it make? Yeah, so look, anyone in the prelim final, good luck. Patrons mainly. Actually, if you're not a patron, go fuck yourself. I don't care if you use this weekend. So beat it. FPL starting. FPL's chat's up and about. The NBA chat's going. That's pretty good. I mean, I know you don't follow the NBA bombs, but it's not bad having a bit of chat about NBA every single morning.
Nope, could not give 2 fucks.
NFL starts this week too. I'm just going to fucking sit in that NFL chat and talk to myself 24/7. Cannot wait.
A bit like you're doing most other chats.
Yeah, it's not bad, especially at 3 a.m. in the morning when I'm the only person talking. So, yeah, fuck it. But look, on behalf of Brett, not Bonfz. Sorry, fuck that up. On behalf of myself, not Brett, Bonfz. Our Patreons at Patreon. Patreon.com/SC Elites. And look, I might even give Dizzer a shout out this week because he's been behind the scenes all year and he does a little bit and he wants to get on the pod. So he's just put it in my ear. He said, please, 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 please sign up to YouTube this week. He wants the 40. He wants to be on next week, guys. So, yeah, on behalf of all of us, peace out, community. Thank you for listening and watching.